Locked in my decision to have a collision with my purpose. It is my assignment to be in alignment with my purpose. I'm locked in, going all out, no fear, no doubt. My God, my choice, your will, I'm all yours. Locked in, going all out, no fear, no doubt. My God, my choice, your will, your will, your will. Locked in my decision to have a collision with my purpose. It is my assignment to be in alignment with my purpose. Have a collision with purpose, 'cause you know that you're worth it, and your dream is worth capturing. If I'm not living on purpose, then none of it is worth it. My assignment is uplifting souls for the King, souls for the King, souls for the King.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Spotlight. This is the home of unfiltered conversations where real talk is what we do. I am none other than Donna Thompson.
I am Dr. Laxley Stephenson, and we are your moderators. But Donna, we have a special guest moderator on tonight.
Yes, we do.
Yes, none other. You know how you like to say it, none other?
None
Can you
other.
do none other thing with her?
Sure. So we have our special guest with us, our special co-host with us this evening, and it's none other than Mrs. Carecia Brown Lysom. And I hope I pronounced your last name correctly.
Yes. Thank you for having me tonight.
Thank you for coming. And it's her second time back. She's been here before as a guest, not as a host. Now she's back as a host extraordinaire.
Yes.
How about that?
A collision with purpose.
She is a member of the A Collision with Purpose movement. How about that? Can I say that again?
Yes, say it again.
A member of the A Collision with Purpose movement.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to In the Spotlight, where we leave nothing on the what, Donna?
We leave nothing on the table. Unfiltered conversations.
Raw and everything else. We tell it like it is. It's all about being honest, being truthful. Carecia, how you doing?
I'm fine. I'm excited, I'm very excited to be on this dynamic program that really gives persons the opportunity to share about their purpose. Colliding with purpose. Yeah, that's a great thing.
Wow. We have a guest that she'll be coming on very soon, and I'm so excited to hear her story. So excited.
Yes.
So excited. Donna Carecia, where is your cap?
I guess it's not visible for tonight, but
See, Donna is that's her favorite one, AWCP.
Okay.
What's up with the AWCP, Donna?
ACWP.
ACWP. Thank you for correcting me. I'm testing you. I see your alert. I'm testing your alertness. So you are alert. What does that mean, Donna? ACWP.
A collision with purpose. None other than.
So we have it in all kinds of different ways, right? It's written out. And we have our gears, our apparels. We have hoodies. We have hats. We have t-shirts, and we have an extra thing coming out. Not gonna put it out there yet. It's a special brand that we'll be launching soon. Yeah, and it's gonna be hot. Everybody's gonna want to have a wear, have it, own it.
All right.
And everybody's gonna want to own it. So tonight, as I said, we have a big show. We have a big show. We have a special guest. But before we get to our special guest, Donna, I'm gonna play a quick video. We're gonna stay on stage and we talk about it, and we'll get Caricia's opinion, because guess what? She's coming all the way from Jamaica.
Yes, Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's gonna be at the colloquium.
We have
Yes, of course, definitely.
Jamaica.
All the way.
Yes.
She'll come all the way from Yard.
It's a beautiful place, and Jamaicans are very warm, so you want to hang out with them,
Wow. Oh, that is awesome.
Yes.
All the way from Yard.
We really appreciate that.
I'm telling you. And she's such an amazing person, and the work she's doing. Before we play the video, Caricia, can you tell us what you're doing in Jamaica?
Repeat what you said a while ago. I'm sorry.
Can you tell us what you do in Jamaica? What's your work that you're engaged in doing?
Okay, well, my professional job is really in education, where I is a lecturer for hospitality and business administration. Also, I am the business mobilizer that mobilizes growth in business, and that is the business that I own to help business to succeed, to have greater success. And also the founder of the Empower Her to Succeed movement, where I help women in empowering and giving them advice so that they too can collide with purpose, because we're talking about collision with purpose, right? So in every essence, we want people to, collide with purpose. So it's about empowering women to be successful. And it's going pretty good, because it's not just for ourselves that we want to, maximize our potential, but I believe that it's a good thing to help others.
As I'm listening to Caricia talk, we could have 2 shows tonight. We could have we have a guest on that would give us all kinds of impactful, powerful information. We talk about empowerment.
Yes, empowerment.
Yes.
I think that's one of the greatest things we can ever do, to empower people so that they can be transformed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Seems like you're interviewing me to the.
We're going to bring her back for another show. Because we have some other business we must take care of right now. So we're going to have to bring her back for another show, Donna. Let's book her. So, Donna, I'm going to drop the video in here, all right? And then talk to us.
Drop the video of Daily Insights Unveiled. Of course, like I always say, when this comes up, this is a powerhouse of work. Daily Insights Unveiled, Your Odyssey to Find Purpose by Dr. Laxley W. Stephenson. This book, it's something that you will find that will motivate you, inspire you, bring you hope. It's going to empower you. There is so many words I can use to describe this book, but the one word that I'm going to say is you must, a few more words, right? A few words, a sentence. You must get a copy of this book. You have to have a copy of this book, because it is something that, all jokes aside, it is something that, regardless of what you're going through in your daily life, you will find something in this book that will get you through those difficult times, where it will inspire you, motivate you, or even just to help you, if you're having a hard time forgiving, letting go, so many things. in this book that will speak to you. And I just can't, say it more that you have to get a copy. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I am so proud of this body of work.
And Donna, I just now posted the link to purchase the book in the caption in the chat, so it's there. If you can buy it now.
Yes, so absolutely. Go ahead and Dr. Stephenson posted the link, www.collisionwithpurpose.com /daily-insight-unveiled. You can go ahead and order your copy today because it is active, it is live. So go ahead and get your copy. And our next thing that's coming up that we are so excited about is the colloquium that will be happening on February 22nd at the Shiloh High School here in Atlanta, Georgia. And that will be at Snellville, right? Snellville at the Shiloh High School. This is where, of course, you see the slides with all the individuals on the slide, on the flyers. This is where we're going to honor a number of these individuals in our community that just, without even thinking about it, they serve their communities, they serve humanity. And this is an opportunity for us to say thank you for the work that you've been doing and to encourage them to continue on that path, right? So that they know that their work is not in vain. So this is a great opportunity where we get to recognize some of these individuals in our community. And of course, we have individuals that's coming from Jamaica. We have individuals from Africa. We have individuals from California, from Georgia. It doesn't matter. This is where I would, I think we're global. We are global. We are definitely global. And we have no problem recognizing our servant leaders of the world in our organization. So I'm proud of that we're doing that.
And Donna,
yes.
If you allow me, I am going to post the link for the event because tickets are on sale, aren't they?
Yes.
Event. So
tickets are on sale. Perfect. So tickets are on sale. Tickets are currently $60. And once you purchase your tickets, that will get you into the event and also a copy of that powerhouse book I was telling you about that we saw earlier. That gets you a copy of that book. So go ahead and purchase your tickets. And the link for the tickets is in the comments. And once again, that is at www.acollisionwithpurpose.com. And that's new. Do we have that new page 3? You'll actually go on the site and there's going to be an event tab. You can click on the event tab and that will take you right to purchasing, or any of the tabs actually that's on the website. You can click on and it will take you to the event purchasing page. I want to tell you, go ahead and purchase your tickets now because come next Wednesday, the prices are going up. So if you have not gotten your ticket as yet, go ahead and click on that link like right now so you can get that special price because come next week, it's gonna be a little bit higher.
Yeah, we call it an early bird price, and that bird is gonna just fly away.
That early bird is gone.
It's gonna fly away, and it's gonna be a different price. So get your tickets now. Very important. You don't want to miss this event. One of my favorite piece, of this whole thing is the scholarships. We will be giving away scholarships to students in attendance and students in Kenya. And it is my wish, my hope, that someone out there will show up and say, I want to fund 1 or 2 scholarships for students in Jamaica. That's my wish, my hope. And I believe that will happen. I believe someone will step up to the plate and say, we are going to donate 2 scholarships for 2 students in Jamaica. And so I know that will happen. That will happen. So it's a wrap. So that is the colloquium. Many announcements we'll be making. Many announcements. And I don't think we want to get into it tonight, because we have a special guest waiting for us to have a conversation. So what about we take a quick break, then we'll come back and we will bring on our special guest in fine style. We'll have
All right.
she will have her collection with purpose as she come on.
Yes.
All right, so let's take a quick break and bring her back on.
Okay.
I'm a boy kid, I'm a boy kid. I'm a boy kid, I'm a boy kid. I wake up in the morning and I praise the Lord. I thank Him for His protection and I walk in His steps, declaring that today's provision is set up for me. I love God and I love my friends. Yeah, I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid. I put on my armor and I read His word, blessing come out of my mouth. Cause I know to whom I belong, I am bold for Christ. Holy Spirit dwelling within me, carrying His presence wherever He sends me. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. Loving others as He told me to pray for healing, miracles to see, knowing my identity in Christ, He is in me. I am a bold kid, He loves me, standing firm on His word, proclaiming everything I heard, not afraid because He is with me. Be bold. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. Put on my armor and I read His word, blessing come out of my mouth. Because I know to whom I belong, I am bold for Christ. Holy Spirit dwelling within me, carrying His presence wherever He sends me. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid.
Welcome back to the show in the spotlight where it's unfiltered, it's raw, nothing is left on the table. All right, so let us say thank you to Rosemary, Lisa Richmond, Andrew Mitchell, Althea Clark, and anyone else out there who's watching us. We appreciate you joining us today. And we ask that you share, because this is all about caring. And when you share, it shows that you care. Right, Donna?
Yes.
Right, Teresa?
Yes.
So, Donna,
Yes.
we have a guest. Let's bring her on.
All right. So just a little bit of background on our guest, right? Of course, I don't know what it is, but we're really loving Jamaica. So our special guest is from none other than the island of Jamaica, and she's from the parish of St. Anne, which is a beautiful parish. I must say, I'm not from that parish, but I know it's a beautiful parish. And she is actually an educator. She is an educator as well, and we seem to be doing that as well, this goes to show you that it's such an important topic, right, that we're talking about, because we are honoring our teachers. She's an educator, and she has been doing that for a number of years. She's been in that profession for a number of years. She started her career actually in education in 2007. She started her career in education. And she serves her community and she serves her children within her community, within teaching her the students that she comes in contact with, and even just overall within her community. So we are going to bring on none other than Miss Natriece Edwards, and I hope I do not mess her name up. So we're going to bring on none other than Miss Natriece Edwards, and she's going to be joining us here on stage or on screen. And we're going to do our drum roll.
Let's do the drum. You bring her on.
We're going to have a real drum one day. I'm going to learn how to play the drums so that we can do a good drum roll. How about that? And let's bring on our wonderful guest.
That was some drum roll, bro. Donna, you was rolling.
Yes. Welcome.
Hey everybody.
Welcome.
how are you doing this evening?
I am doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
I am great. I'm great. Thank you for joining us this evening, all the way from Jamaica.
Well, actually, I'm not in Jamaica at the moment. I am I am in America. I am from Jamaica, but I am now in America. So
Hmm.
I am
Ah,
close to you.
Oh, that's
nice.
that's
Yeah.
great. Natrice, we know you're from Jamaica originally. You're not living in Jamaica, but take us back to Jamaica, your early days. What was it like?
Okay. Well, my early days in Jamaica was pretty eventful. I must say that it has been mixed with joy. It has been mixed with failures, and it has been mixed with triumph. But what I want to zero in on is that all those experiences has actually shaped the person that you're looking at today. And that's why I am coming into who I am and gaining a collision with purpose. So the person that you see here was actually rooted in triumph, failures, and successes. So here I am today on your platform to share my story.
And we welcome you to the platform. We want to hear your story. But
Yes.
you grew up in Jamaica. You're from Brownstown. You grew up in
Yes.
St. Anne's.
Yes. I'm from Brownstone, St. Anne. Yes.
Yeah. And just give us a quick idea what Brownstown is like for those people. We have people listening from all over the world, right? They have no idea what Brownstown is. So just paint a picture of Brownstown for us.
All right. So I would describe Brownstone as a hub where you have several communities that actually come to Brownstone because of the wealth of businesses that it actually has. Now, it serves several smaller communities in the hilly region, and so it is very quaint and it is very attractive. Um, Quaint because it can be a little bit unassuming, but when you check the statistics, we have a number of people who were birthed out of that very community that has been outstanding in society. I want to pull your attention to Dion Hemmings. I don't know if you remember Dion Hemmings, the Olympic gold medalist or silver medalist, I must say. She has been from um, Brownstone. We have a number of them, but we are known for athletes. We are also known for our businesses, and we are also known for Grand Market. It's one
Mm.
of the largest celebrations during the Christmas season, and so people from all over will come and join the festivities that it offers there in Brownstone.
Mm.
It was actually featured just the other day on social media as having one of the largest grand markets in Jamaica.
Yeah, Market is a big day. I
Oh,
wonder
that is the thing.
how is this new how is this new ways of shopping affecting Grand Market in Brownstown? How people
Okay, I really don't think it has had a major impact on shopping in Brownstone. I have seen where it has impacted Kingston, but to be honest with you, people still do go out to celebrate and to purchase their wares there in Brownstone. So it has not had a tremendous impact on Brownstone per se. But I think they have developed a sense of resilience where they have coined new and innovative ways to survive the tide that is spurning on the internet, the whole phase of Temu and whatever. But I think they have, purchased their stuff and they have brought it into the streets and still get people to come and buy. So
right?
it has not daunted um, people or residents of Brownstone or the vendors, because they still have come out. I think we can say that people in Brownstone are very resilient.
And
So
you
I'm
are
going
resilient. And you are resilient. You're from Brownstown.
yes, I am.
Donna. Yeah.
Wow. It sounds very, yeah, like they have quite a bit to offer there.
Yes.
Yeah. And I guess I understand like what you're saying. Like probably if you like drive through, it can be very unassuming. You don't really know
Mm-hmm.
the culture and the makeup of it. But I wanted to ask you a question. Because we know that community is important, right? And you've expressed prior about community. And you were definitely raised in a strong community and giving back, right?
Right.
What are some of your earliest memories of serving others, and how has that really shaped your life purpose?
Okay. Now, I'm gonna take you back to say 1980s,
Mhm.
right? And living in this community that was pretty close knit. Um, I have often seen my parents. I'm going to zero in on my father in particular. I remember when Hurricane Gilbert came to Jamaica, and I saw, well, being a child, very, very young, I saw my father risking his life to help the elderly. So zincs were flying, but he went out to serve, to help the elderly who couldn't really help themselves. And so within my mind's eye, I thought back and I say, you know, this man is very heroic. In my mind, he is a hero because he's going out there to help them, to bring stuff to them. And so that sort of community and caring and sharing resonated with me. Well, with all of us as siblings. And in particular, let's fast forward, and we came up where we had to bring like items to the elderly living in our vicinity there. So we had to take like hot meals, we had to take like look after their hair, run errands for them, etc. So it was inculcated within us from a very young age that serving others is the truest sense of self that one could ever have. So it is in giving that you will actually receive. And the more you give, it's the more you will get. So that's something that was inculcated. And always never to look for anything in return. Because in truth and in fact, cast your bread upon the waters, the scripture said, and you shall find it after many days. So with that being said, that really has formed who I am today. And it has really shaped the fact that I should give to others, even when you are in need. Give, and it will be given to you in good measures, pressed down, shaken together, running over. So these things have really spurred me on to serve others, to give to others, and to just be, that person who is always there for others. Not is it's not only in just the giving, but serving can come in be serving with your time, your listening ear, etc. So those are some of the things that really would have, spurred me on over the years because of my upbringing, you know. And I really embrace that sense of community, that sense of serving and giving.
Wow.
Powerful.
Wow.
Powerful. Let's acknowledge a few folks who are joining us tonight. We have Perseverance Wallace. She's saying, you go, Natriece. We have, so you have different names, I noticed. We have Andre Edwards say, go nuts.
That's my sister.
So you have different, not only are you resilient, you have different names, right? You have multiple
Yes.
names. And then we have Althea Clark. She give you that international global love heart sign. And we have Stefan Jefferson,
Yes.
giving you the and we have
My friend. Yes.
Lisa and Lisa, our friend, saying blessings. So I think it's a good time to turn it to Carissa because I know you have questions popping in.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, Natrice, sure, you made mention that church has been a major part of your life from your childhood days. How did your deep involvement in ministry, right,
Mhm.
influence your journey?
Okay. Um, Often I'm always going to allude to the scriptures and train up a child in the way he should grow. And when he's old, he will not depart from it. And so being involved in church, I have seen where it would have shaped the person I am today. Um, from I was 4 years old, I have been going to church. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I would not have had moments where I would have failed the Lord. But I am grateful that the Lord is gracious in mercy. And so with that being said, it has taught me along my journey in life that you will have moments when you will fail, but God's grace is sufficient. And so, along my journey, it has allowed me as an individual to lean heavily on Him. For every step of my journey, God has been there. For every step of my journey, I have seen His hand, I have proven Him. Even when I was not looking for Him, He still came looking for me. And so, it really has, helped me to be the person I am today because I could not have had successes without the person who would have granted me success. And so I am grateful to him that he has afforded me the privilege to journey with him, leading me and sustaining me throughout my lifetime.
Wow.
So you think that that was a great decision that you made to follow the Lord?
Yes, from the age of 10. So from the age
Okay.
of 10, I would have made the decision and I have no regrets.
Okay.
So with that, that is awesome. I commend you for that. Um, so sometimes we see like a lot of people struggle with waiting on the Lord's promises, right? Um,
Mhm.
for whatever reason, faith, hope, life circumstances. Um, you've previously expressed, not in this meeting here, but
Mhm.
previously you've spoken about writing books for women in
Mhm.
seasons of waiting. What
Mhm.
what personal experience or insight
Uh-huh.
you've had that shaped your perspective on that in reference to patience and faith?
Okay. I would have had several. I'm thinking that this has been my calling to be a person who is supposed to wait,
Mhm.
right? How many of us actually like to wait in a line? Not many of us.
Mhm.
Because oftentimes when we are called upon to wait in a line or we have to go to a particular business place, and the moment we go in, we peep our heads in and we see a crowd, we get anxious. We might get frustrated. But that's how life is. Life is not always that microwave experience where we just pop something in for 30 seconds or a minute and it's out. Now, my experience with waiting did not just start today. I can recall as early as 2004. Yes, 2004, when I was enrolling to go to college. I had to wait. It has always been my dream to attend the micro university college. And so I would have gotten responses from other colleges. And I just had to be saying to myself, why is this school not calling me? Everybody else around me was hearing from them. And I said, God, this is my dream to go in to this college. I had to wait. I had to wait. After a while, I got the answer. Another situation where I had to wait. I had to wait when I wanted to enjoy marriage. It took me a long while before I could even marry. That's waiting too. And now that I am married, I have to be waiting on God to bless me with a child. I have been waiting. Is it easy? No. Along the journey, sometimes you feel frustrated. It's overwhelming when you have to wait. And not many people will want to talk about their experience with waiting, simply because it might be embarrassing, or you might feel as if you will be ridiculed. But ask yourself the question, why is God allowing me to wait? Is God testing my patience? Is God maturing my faith? Now, these are all questions that we have to ask ourselves. And it will lead us on a path to strengthen our relationship with Him. I often draw from scripture, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 to 3. Though the vision tarries, wait for it, because it will come. So waiting will also help you to help others, because I am sure I will not be the only person that will ever wait. And so through my testimony, somebody else can be blessed. So
Wow.
I might have to go through this to empower others. And this has led me to this point where I have decided to bear myself and to share with other women who might be experiencing it. This is emotional for me. So it is just to share with other females who might have had this experience. Wait on the Lord and He will sustain.
Powerful.
Thank you for sharing that. And, I can definitely see that it's it's a heavy load that you're carrying.
And I think this is a good time. Let's take a quick break and come back on and continue our conversation, okay? And
I'm a boy kid, I'm a boy kid. I'm a boy kid, I'm a boy kid. I wake up in the morning and I praise the Lord. I thank Him for His protection, and I walk in His steps, declaring that today's provision is set up for me. I love God and I love my friends. I'm a boy kid. I'm a boy kid. I'm a boy kid. I put on my armor and I read His word, blessing come out of my mouth. Cause I know to whom I belong, I am bold for Christ. Holy Spirit dwelling within me, carrying His presence wherever He sends me. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. Loving others as He told me to pray, for healing miracles to see, knowing my identity in Christ, He is in me. I am a bold kid, He loves me, standing firm on His word, proclaiming everything I heard, not afraid because He is with me. Be bold. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid. Put on my armor, and I write this word blessing come out of my mouth, because I know to whom I belong. I am bold for Christ, Holy Spirit dwelling within me, carrying His presence wherever He sends me. I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid, I'm a bold kid.
Welcome back to In the Spotlight. And man, what a conversation we're having. What a bold kid we have on the platform with us tonight. You can't be any bolder. We talk about resilience, strength, all of it. Welcome back. Carissa, I know you have questions for her.
I sat and I listened.
Before you go, I want to read something.
Yes, go ahead.
God said He has been sustaining you and will continue to do so. And Andrea Edwards said, our God is able to carry you through. Wow. I think we can go to the questions now.
This is really a powerful, expression, and we're really on a collision with purpose, because Natriece, I remember you're from Michael, man. That was like 20 years ago.
Oh, yes.
This is really a collision with purpose. That was batch 169.
169.
Wow. This is really a collision with purpose, It's like 20 years ago. It's so powerful what the Lord has been doing in your life, and your testimony is powerful, about waiting. And with that, I know that persons are touched, because you understand the purpose, why God is allowing you to wait. And so when we can understand that, then the journey is not easy, but it makes it a little bit easier. And I know that He will come through for you. Okay. So what was you went to Michael Teachers College, and what was it like in your transition, from Michael Teachers College to shaping young minds in the classroom? And you would have had experience in Jamaica and currently in America, so you could talk about the difference and how you have been impacting lives.
Okay. No, reflecting, you can remember, Carissa, that what we learned in the classroom at Michael is totally different from what you will ever experience in the real world situation. When you go into those classrooms, it's totally different from what they actually trained you for. So it's like a utopia in the classroom. But when you actually hit the ground running in the real classroom, you will see that you will have to don many hats. So in going on, you realize that you will have to be the students, their doctor, you will have to be their lawyer, you will have to be their counselor, you will have to be their parent some of the times. And to be honest, you are never truly prepared fully for what you will experience in the classroom. And because of that, you have to, it has to be a calling. I say this to people all the time. Teaching is just not another profession. You have to be called. You have to be divinely handpicked for the classroom. Because to be honest with you, sometimes when you hear the things that students encounter on a daily basis, sometimes it's only the grace of God that actually keeps your mind. Because you wonder, how is it that they're actually going through all of this? And as a result of that, you have to be their strength. You have to be that constant wind beneath their wings, just to keep them going, because sometimes they don't get it at home. So you have to be the one that actually encourage them, to push them on, to say you can do it, because some of them, they have never heard it before, that I believe in you. So
Yeah.
you would have to be that person who will actually have to show them that you're there for them. I have had countless stories, but I'll leave that for another time. But
Well, don't leave it. Don't leave it, because my question to you is about a story.
mhm,
Story of when you saw, you believe in education. That's all.
mhm,
Education is big in your life. So I would like for you to share a story of when you witness a transformation in a student
mhm.
because of your belief in education.
Right. So I'm gonna take it back to somewhere around 2016, 2017, where I met this young man one day walking on the corridor. This is back home in Jamaica. He was walking on the corridor and he was looking very angry.
Mhm.
And he had his shirt. Normally in Jamaica, the culture is pretty different here, where they wear uniforms. So a part of the dress code is that their shirts must be neatly tucked in their pants. So he was walking on the corridor and he did not have his shirt neatly tucked. So of course that was a violation. So I saw him, and remember, he had this very mean countenance. And I said to him, "Why are you not in dress code?" And he was, "I don't feel like wearing it in my pants." So I stopped him and I had a conversation. I said, "You don't need to break rules to be accepted." And he said, "I don't feel like talking." I said, "Okay, as long as you do what I'm asking you to do, just put your shirt in your pants." So I said, "Lord, this child is very bold, because I would never dare to tell a teacher that I'm not going to do it and I just don't feel like talking." So I said, "All right, I hope I don't have to teach that child." Fast forward to about the third session. I'm just meeting them the September. So fast forward to about third session, when I actually saw the child in the front of the class that I'm about to teach. And so I had the conversation. I said, "Nice to see that you'll be in class today." And we had our tidbits, our moments, etc. And so in that moment, I got to know them. And he told me that he was actually coming from another school. He was actually, let me use this word, he was actually transferred, for the use of a nice word. In Jamaica, we would say they were kicked out of that school, right? Because of behavioral challenges. So he was discharged from that school and he ended up in the 10th grade at my previous school. And so he and I had this conversation one on one, and I asked him, why are you always so angry? And he spoke with me, and he started to tell me the things that he would have witnessed at home. And some of the things really made him into who he was then. He normally got into lots of fights. Um, Nonetheless, he was extremely brilliant, but he would constantly get into fights. He would constantly be disrespectful to teachers, etc. But he always found me as a safe space. And I would always encourage him to let people see the other side of you that I know. And he would say, not everybody deserves to know that side, because some people might think that if you become vulnerable, people might take you as being weak. So that was his fear. And I remember one day, teachers, principals, etc., they had given up on him and they wanted to get rid of him. And so I had to step in and I had to say, give him another chance to prove himself. Give him a chance to make the most of himself. They said, he has only one chance left. I took him, I spoke with him, I prayed with him, and I told him that he who angers you controls you. That in that moment, I remember it's as if the Holy Spirit gave me that word. And I just sent it out into his spirit. I said, he who angers you controls you. And every time when he was about to get himself into some sort of skirmish or something, he said he would constantly hear my voice saying, he who angers you controls you. Now, today, he actually is enlisted in Jamaica's Defense Force. So he is a soldier today. The same
Fabulous.
student, the same student who they wanted to get rid of, the same student who they did not believe could actually pass his subjects, that's the same student who actually left school with 9 subjects and actually enlisted in the Jamaica Defense Force. The same student came back to empower other young men at the same school that you don't have to choose violence. You don't have to be that person who always gets into fight. He is now a motivational speaker to other students. And so I use that all the time as my marker to know that do not write a student off. Even though they might be showing you that mean side, it's often a mask. And so that I would have used as a benchmark to say every child is worthy of motivation and encouragement.
All right, Donna. He who angers you. What was it saying again?
He who angers you controls you.
We can't afford to have that. We can't afford to have that. So big stuff, big stuff, big stuff. Donna, one thing I'm going to suggest when you're not talking, let's mute because I noticed there's some noise. So on the us four on the platform, only when you're talking, we keep your phone active. All right. And yeah, because the noise is coming through. I noticed. I'm not sure what is causing it, but we can control it that way. So Donna, I'm going to turn it to you.
All right. Wow. That's so powerful. Right. Thank you so much for sharing because you know, I'm going to ask you a question. Of course, it's probably going to be the same answer you're going to give me, but you could give me another answer. But it goes to show us, to our audience that is actually listening, here we're hearing from a teacher. We also heard from Caricia before, who's a teacher, and how important and how impactful and how much power a teacher hold in their hand in shaping a student's life, and how precious that is, and how we have to be careful as educators with our children because we can make or break them. So I commend you. I commend both of you ladies for the work that you're doing because it's one of the most important jobs that we have in our society today, and that's teachers. But with that, I would like to ask you, what is one major lesson your students have actually taught you over the years since you've been in education?
Right. So, to be honest, each child is unique. And I'm going to this is just like a sequel to what I said earlier. Each child is unique, but you must never give up on a child, because it has proven that even though they might seem unreachable in the initial stage, never write them off. Because to be honest, that same child that you think you don't need today, you might need them tomorrow, or you will need them tomorrow, because they are going to be taking up prominent places in society. So to be honest, I've learned from my students that they are worthy of everything that you can ever pour into them, that everything that you can ever give to them, because of the uniqueness of their situation. They are all unique, they have their unique traits and abilities. And so just do not use a one size fit all and just rule them out, because they will surprise you.
You know, recently we have been having conversations with teachers from Jamaica or with Jamaican roots. And I must say that I am impressed. And it's the commitment, the development of these students that is really getting me. The level of commitment that I'm seeing and I'm hearing from these teachers, it's just mind blowing. And I think it's a good thing for our island, Jamaica. Okay, we're from Jamaica as well, Donna. We're from Jamaica, and it's important to us that our Jamaican students, because I think for a minute there, it seems as if things was falling off a little bit. But I must say that I am so impressed. I'm actually happy to see what is going on, what is happening. These teachers, these young teachers, I should say. And you know why that is important? They could be teaching for a long time to come. So that's a wonderful thing. Carissa, I'm going to pass it to you, a teacher, to ask another teacher a question.
You have learned a lot of methodologies when you were in school. And we have a different generation now, Natriece.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep their attention, in your class?
All right. How you keep their attention? One is allowing for brain breaks. Um, Oftentimes when we are back home in Jamaica, student it would be so rigid in my classroom. To be honest, I have a past student, I think she's online right now, I think Alethea. It would be so rigid in my classroom because, to be honest with you, they know what is expected of them. Now, when you come to America to teach, it's a different culture. So the methodology that worked back home, it doesn't necessarily work here. So you have to know, be a critical thinker as a teacher, and you have to employ different strategies. Um, you have to give them brain breaks. You have to, allow them to probably be intentional, get up, move about, find something that gets them moving, and not just sit in the classroom space, as long as it is not disruptive and it's engraved in your lesson itself. But you have to have them take frequent breaks, do interactive lessons that cause for them to, interact with their peers, that will allow them to do hands-on activities too, making stuff, going to different stations to read things, to record answers, and also things that will allow them to listen, to speak. So take into consideration how they learn. So you will have students who are very auditory, who are visual, and who are bodily kinesthetic, to just name a few. And you will now have to encapsulate all of these into your classroom, and you will have to plan your lessons accordingly. Now, there are also other activities that you can infuse. I use it a lot, where I use interactive games where students, you infuse it with questions and so on, and students will, you know, answer questions and they get bonus points, and they love to see that they are the ones who are stealing the most goals, or they are the ones who, are winning, and they love to be on the trophy stand in the game. So these are some things that I employ, and it helps them to be engaged, it helps them to be focused. Now, these are just a few of what I actually use.
But does technology help somewhat?
Yes. So as I said, using the different interactive games. So those things that they get to log in, and they get to, see their names on the screen, that they're on the leaderboard, they're the ones who are winning, and they love that. Also, I use motivation, the good sticker, the sticker, getting the little sticker note, and you paste in their book, mark it, they're 16 and 17-year-olds, and they absolutely adore seeing stickers in their notebook. Don't think that they're too old to get those. They love it. They love to see their little stickers, and they will ask you for some. They might place it on their forehead in their notebook someplace, but as long as they get it. But also, I use the student of the month feature, and that too encourages them to, be focused and want to see that they are up there in that trophy picture that I have in my class as the student of the month. So they're always in constant competition to be up there and to be awarded and to get their certificate. So those are some of the things that I employ.
I want to read something here, and it must be a teacher, Perseverance Wallace. She must be a teacher, right? What she wrote. She said, yes, we do hold that power, and it is our duty to keep the fire burning in them when they feel worthless or unloved by the factors that may have shaped them. But this is the piece that is really hitting me. To teach is to touch lives forever. I want to repeat that. To teach is to touch lives forever. And let me go down to another comment here. And Lisa wrote, we plant a seed every single day when we inspire our children to keep reaching towards their dreams. How big is that? How big is that? So, yes, Donna, I'm going to turn it to you. So I know you have questions.
Oh, wow. I have, so it's probably a little bit not on our script, but you explained some of the things that you use to motivate the students. And I'm assuming that those are the things that you've implemented here in your US classrooms. Now, going back, because there's a culture difference, right? There's a shift, and it's so great that you have the experience in Jamaica. Now you have the experience here, so you can give us the both sides of the coin, so to speak. Would you, from your previous experience in Jamaica and what you're doing now, do you find that there are benefits to what you're doing here with the students here that could potentially be implemented there to help motivate the students? And what suggestions would you have in actually implementing some of those things? Because I know that there could be challenges in Jamaica with resources and different things of that nature. So what ideas and encouragement could you give some of our teachers that is in Jamaica that they could potentially use some of these tools?
Right. When I look back, I'm happy that you asked that question, because it's on my agenda to do some empowerment sessions with teachers, or enrichment sessions with teachers back home, utilizing some of the strategies that I have learned here. But as you mentioned, in terms of technology, it can be a factor that will mitigate against us implementing some of these things. But let's just use the word that I used earlier. We are very resilient people. So we are going to find ways to go around that. We tend to make things. So use like the things that are discarded to make stuff. So, and we had to do that when we were being trained as teachers. So back in college, we had to go the dump was our best friend, to be honest with you. Any discarded cardboards, any discarded material, that was our best friend, and we had to turn it and make it into resources for students to use. Now, what I can do is try to seek help in order to get resources that would actually, aid our teachers. Because to be honest, if I am supposed to do it alone, that would be, like an insurmountable task. But if it is that I can reach out to like nonprofit organizations, etc., and try to get them to come on board to understand the need that there is in Jamaica to actually help these teachers to, overcome the challenges. Because in truth and in fact, if it is that we get the foundation fixed for our students, then this it will impact not just Jamaica, but it will impact the world. Because if you look at it now, I was once there in Jamaica, I'm here now, and I can learn the things that I have grasped here. It will not only stay here, I will take it and I will actually use it to better the education system there.
Wow. All right. So I see something in your bio, Dr. Darren Johnson's book,
Mhm.
150 Powerful Women. And guess what? You are one of them that was highlighted.
Mhm.
Talk to us about that whole initiative.
Right. So this is a feature that Dr. Darren Johnson did. I think it was when he was doing his dissertation, and he actually featured women who he termed who were powerful women or movers and shakers in the field of education. And so those teachers or those women who are impacting society, you know, in a remarkable way, he would have sought to feature them and look at how they would have played a role in his life, but not only in his life, but to the wider society. And so that actually allowed me to see that there are women who are actually making a profound impact on society in more ways than we even think. Because in every field that he featured, you had people who were doctors, lawyers, nurses, in the field of agriculture, you name it. It was really eye-opening, and I find it to be quite humbling to be featured among one of those 150 women. He could have chosen anybody else. But I am grateful that my story actually made it into his account. And as a result of that, I taught him actually. And so I see it as a means that you must be careful with how you actually treat these children along the journey. Because what if he wanted to flip the script and say people who impacted him negatively, then I would suppose that I would have actually featured in his book too. But am so happy that I was able to make a profound impact on his life, and not only to his life, but to all the other students I would have come in contact with. And that is a really rewarding feeling and a rewarding experience.
Congratulations, Nice, amazing achievement. But I'm noticing something. You seem like you have a fan club here, You brought your people in with you.
Yes, a few of them, I invited them over to share in my journey.
To share your journey and exactly how you should be doing it. All right, I'm going to turn it to Carice here. But I like your fan club. They're awesome.
I really hear the passion, the passion for teaching, the passion for transforming life. And it is often said that if someone has an experience with a lion, then he would be the best person, to talk to you about, the characteristics of a lion. And so you have had so many setbacks, even with your education, and you would have thought that, you failed your family. But listening to you now, how passionate you are, your journey, what can you say in terms of how that setback would have helped you now in your perseverance?
Thank you for that question. Because dating to 2001, I had my first encounter with failure. And I wouldn't say that I was a total failure, but I did not get, Carissa can and Dr. Laxley can really say that passing your CXCs was a big thing in Jamaica. It was a very, very big thing. And so I did 7 subjects, but unfortunately I only passed 3. And so I had so many challenges at that point because during that time, a number of my teachers would have resigned. During the time when I was supposed to sit my exams, they resigned, they left the classroom. And so I had to, or the others of us had to self teach. So we had to prepare ourselves for the external exam. So I would not say that I was an absolute failure because to prepare yourself for an exam, that's a big deal. And so I had my first brush with failure then. And so I did not pass all my subjects. Of course, I felt like I would have failed my family. I would have failed the other people who really looked up to me. They wanted to see me excel. And so it is important when you have a child that you have a strong support system, you encourage them. And I'm extremely grateful to my family who never gave up on me. Even though I didn't come out on the as the creme de la creme, I am so happy that they encouraged me. They motivated me to know that purpose cannot die. Purpose cannot die, and as long as there is life, there is hope. And so I would have gotten another chance to do those subjects that I didn't get. And so I sat there one sitting and I got them again. And so I overcame those obstacles that I faced. And so I got the subjects that I needed. I went on to do my A levels and I passed all of those in one sitting. I am grateful. And to be recognized too by teachers for my ability. And it's as if it was a puzzle for them. Why didn't you pass all your subjects at first? But failure isn't final. And so as I said, everything that I would have experienced in my lifetime, it is setting me up to share my story and to encourage someone else. And so I would have used my story as a motivational speaker because I would have gone back to my high school to share my journey with them because I was invited to speak to a group of grade 10 students. And I would have shared my experience that I might not have gotten all my subjects in one sitting leaving here. But at the same time, look at me now. There's a song that says, "Look at me now," because I came back to encourage you, to motivate you that if you hit rock bottom, do not stay there because there is always up. Use your stones, the rocks that you will meet at the bottom, use them to create a ladder to come out, to come out of your pit, to come out of your failures. Just use it and overcome, and do not hide your story. Share your story. It might cause tears to come, but that's the washing of the soul. Just use it and encourage others and move on from there. You can only go up.
It's the only way is up, and failure is not final. Use
Dr.
your
Laxley. Oh, I'm sorry, go on.
use your stone as that ladder to climb your way out. Powerful, powerful. Go ahead, Tracy.
What I wanted to say is that during that time, you might not have thought that you were the dem krella dem or dem, right? But considering a person who has a master's in literacy, wow, how did you arrive at that? Because, you know, considering your journey, you know, having 3 subjects, and there's only a few of you in this world, you know, who have a master's in literacy. So maybe I can just share something about that, about your journey.
I would have served after teaching social studies and history for a number of years. I would have served my former school in Jamaica as a student support pathway coach. And that's after I got my first degree in special education. And so I saw the need. I saw the need serving those children, especially the boys. I saw the need to empower boys, because to be 13-year-old, 14-year-old, and you're still struggling to read. Now that really resonated with me. And so I said, if I can help them, if I can help students, you know, to fix their foundation, then we can fix the whole building. So if you go back and you fix the foundation, learning to read is the foundation for any other subject, any other pathway that you're going to take. Learning to read. And so that would have allowed me to go on that journey to pursue a master's in literacy. Was that journey easy? No, it was not, because I had to be working full time, plus studying part time, plus managing a family, you know. So it was never easy, but it was worth it. And so I plan to utilize the skills and the knowledge that I would have garnered to better empower, especially males. I have a passion for males, for boys, you know, because I always believe that girls often can empower themselves. It takes little or nothing for girls to say, I can do this. But half of the times, people don't really believe in boys to a great extent. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but half of the times you will find people just giving everything to a girl, but a boy has to work double hard just to get what they want to get out of life. And so I firmly believe that if I can help and empower, especially boys, you know, to realize that they too can get up from their little spot where they find themselves in, where they might not be able to read, to become better readers, and so that it can influence their holistic development.
We thank you for that answer. You know, we're we thank you for that answer. Go ahead and mute if you're not talking, because it's we thank you for that answer there, you know, and for the question, Parisi. We're drawing down on time. You know, we can't stay here forever, but it's an opportunity for us to go in the room with one question and then a closing argument. So I guess I'll start with a question, since that my mic is open. You know, Natriece, take us back to Brownstown, where it all started for you, the beginning, right? And I want you to see that young girl and give her some advice. That young girl in Brownstown, talk to her.
All right. So I will look at that person that I was, that little girl, and I would say to her, look how far you have come. You have faced many obstacles. You have realized dreams, but nothing is impossible as long as you dare to dream and as long as you believe. Own your truest potentials, realize your dream, and do not stop chasing your dreams and finding your passion. Always go, believe in yourself, have the value of hard work, and maximize your truest potential.
Thank you. Teresa, you want to do next? Your final question?
My final question to you, Natriece, you have been through so much. What's your vision? How can you help humanity? Future boys and girls.
So as I alluded to earlier, I really want to, do a mentorship program where I help boys or I help other females. Not to say that I won't help girls too, but I do have a passion for boys. And so I really want to have a mentorship program where I help young people who are at risk to recognize their true potential. Also, I really want to write a book. Well, I have started writing my book, so it's just to publish my book on women in waiting and bearing the load of waiting. And so those are some of the things that I have in my pipeline. Also, I really want to have an empowerment conference back in Jamaica to share with women, where I'd have guest speakers coming in and so on, and have a worship session for women who have had to experience waiting, for them to just share and be empowered, that it's not the end of the world if you have to wait at any point. But waiting, if you look at the Bible, if you look in the Bible, those women who would have waited, they're actually waiting for a purpose. And often when you wait, your purpose is often greater, and you will actually realize that you bring forth some of the greatest seeds that you could ever come in contact with.
Awesome. Donna, final question from you, Donna, then we'll go to closing arguments.
Sure. Invite me to your conference when you're doing it. All right. So, we're coming to a close, right? But I want to ask you, you've done so much and you have so much more to offer to your community. But how would you like to be remembered? Not just as an educator, a mentor, or a speaker, but as a woman of faith and a woman who is purposed for something. How would you like to be remembered?
I really would like to be remembered as a person who embraced her challenge, a person who was never afraid to maximize her truest potential, a person who would have encountered many storms, but a person who would have used those storms to allow her to soar. So it's not that I want to be remembered only that I would have gone into a classroom to teach, or I would have motivated a whole room. But that person who would have had her brush with challenges, but that person who survived because she embodied grace, the grace that God would have placed on her life, and the indomitable spirit that she would have learned from a very young age, that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible.
Oh, nothing is impossible. What a way. What so fitting, right? So, Natriece, we're going to close out now. But before we go, we'd like to give you the opportunity to, in the form of a closing argument, say whatever is on your mind. Maybe we didn't ask your question and you wanted to express something. This is the opportunity to do so.
Well, I think you have asked me basically a wide array of questions, and I really appreciate the opportunity that you would have given me to come into this space to share. To be honest, I was a little bit nervous about sharing my story, because I don't know what vantage point the questions would come from. But having the opportunity to face my fears, it would have motivated me to just step out there now and place the final cover on my book. And so many eyes will be reading my book. And so I will have to now, embrace that, knowing that it's going to be there and there is no shame in my story. So that's just all that I have left to say. And I would like to say thanks to all my fans, all my friends who came out and they listened to me and they encouraged me virtually. And thanks to Kerisha for that opportunity to come on and share. I thank you, Dr. Laxley and Dr. Donna, for the opportunity to feel safe in this space to share. May God bless you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Carissa, closing thoughts?
I will just shout out batch 169 from Michael Teachers College in Kingston, Jamaica. And it's such a beauty to really, reconnect with Natriece. And it's like 20 years, I did say that, before. And I'm learning that this year, our batch is celebrating at the Michael Teachers College. So I hope I'll be able to be there. I'm going to try to be there. But you have a powerful story. You have a great story. One that is transformative, one that you should never hold back on. And I'm so happy that, this space with a collision with purpose has given you the opportunity so that you can face your fear somewhat. Sometimes we think that we are fearful, but we're not really fearful because your voice alone is so powerful. The words that you select is so, powerful. You speak from a real expert, having a master's in literacy, and I must congratulate you. And God is going to allow you to shine even more. God is going to open up bigger spaces for you because there is a world of people, there is a tribe out there that is waiting for you. And I believe that your story will make a difference and be a solution in their lives. God bless you.
Thank you, Carissa. Thank you for that. Your presence here, today is just added so much value. And we really appreciate you for joining us as a co-host. There's always a seat here. There's always a seat here for you, sitting right beside Donna. For you.
Okay, Donna, I'm going to sit right beside you.
So we appreciate you. We appreciate you. And Donna, if you don't mind, I'll go next. And then, Donna have this thing about her. Only Donna can close the show. I wouldn't even dare try to close it. So let me go next, right? And Natriece, little story you have, right? You know, you've taken us on this incredible journey tonight. You know, you've taken us from the streets of Brownstown into the classroom. You've shared moments where you question things, right? But your unwavering faith, that's one thing you always maintained, right? You shows us that your purpose is something that you always held on to. But you also showed us that the walk is never a straight path. It's never straight. You know, it's a journey of growth, and you talk about resilience a lot, you know, but you also show that your belief was something that would never be defied. Never be defied. You know, to be honest, your story sort of reminds us that setbacks are not, and you said it, not the end. Failure is not the end. And you talk about using those rocks as you know, we call them stepping stones, but they're allowed to get out of that well. So well said, and I want to commend you for all that you've done. You know, but you have a certain passion for teaching. You know, and that heart for mentoring people. And we don't even go to your faith, your belief in God. I know you feel there. It's just amazing, right? But it's obvious that whether you're in the classroom or in ministry, because Donna talked to you about it in terms of your legacy, that it's not just a teaching thing for you, not where your legacy is concerned, much broader. Your scope is just so wide. You know, as that person, now you're getting ready to write your book. What about that? Well, publish your book. Let me correct myself. You're getting ready to publish that book of yours, and I can't wait. I'm not that avid reader, but it is one book that I will read. And I'm not a reader like Donna and Tracy. and interestingly, I want to tell you that I failed some subjects too. I didn't pass all of them earlier, but I passed them when I needed to pass them, when they really count for something. So failing a subject is only a bad thing if you don't go back and pass it, right? But here's what I have for anyone out there who's listening to us tonight. And it's about, you talk about waiting and patience, right? That was a big thing. Sometimes waiting on a promise, facing a challenge, or questioning their calling is, you know, we do that. We do that all the time. But it's how we bounce back from that. We don't let it be our story. We don't let it be our situation. It's just a stumbling block, right? Stumbling thing that gets in the way. So your perseverance and your purpose is your driver. They're your drivers, and they're the things that got you out of there to where you are today. And I don't remember the word that you use, cream or something or another. I want you to know you're just that. All of it. I don't know how to pronounce the word. Donna is the one. You can pronounce it.
Creme. It was
Creme.
I want you to tell you're all of that and some. Okay? So just you know that you're significant, you're of value, you are who you need to be, and you'll become more of who you need to be. So just keep riding, keep pushing, keep driving, take it all the way. Now to our audience, my thing to you is that you need to stay inspired. Let this story tonight inspire you, motivate you. But not just motivation and inspiration. You must take action. You must go out there and do what you're called to do. Don't defer those dreams of yours. Act on them so you can be like a Natriece, like a Carisia, like a Donna. And that is my piece for the night. Thank you.
All right. I don't know how I can close this show out, but first and foremost, let me thank our guests for being with us this evening. Natriece, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence here and sharing your story with us. It's very impactful, right? And anyone who's listening, you should be taking something away from this show this evening. Caricia, of course, thank you for being here with us. We definitely appreciate you coming back and sitting in with us and being our co-host this Thursday evening. We do not take anyone's time for granted. We are humbled that you've all chosen to be on our show. And for our audience, we're happy that you've chosen to actually spend your Thursday evening with us and listening on A Collision with Purpose in the spotlight. And I would like to say, Natriece, when you publish that book, just know that you have a platform here. So this is your safe place. If you have no other place, just know that this is your safe place. We are here for you. We will 100% support you, and we will always be here for you. So know that you coming here, you have just now built lifelong relationship and formed new friendships, right? So it doesn't matter where you are. I'm not certain where in the US you are, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference, right? We will always be here for you. We'll always support you. So know that you have us here. And same thing for Caricia. You know that we're always here for you as well. We support everything that you're doing. We thank you for supporting us. And we thank you for bringing these magnificent individuals to the platform so that they can share their story. And it's not by coincidence that we're having a lot of educators on the platform. It's showing us that this is something that is so important in our society at a time like this, that we have to reach our young people. We need teachers who are called to teach, because it takes a special individual to teach our children, to nurture them so that they can go out there and be productive members of the community. And like you said, we have to remember, these are going to be individuals. They're going to be doctors. They're going to be lawyers. They're going to be engineers. They're going to take care of us. So we must be kind, right? And let's just all remember that kindness. We must be kind. Even to the little ones, we must be kind, because we will get old one day. I hope that everyone has really taken something away from this evening's show. And once again, remember, a colloquium is coming up. The colloquium is coming up February 22nd at Shiloh High School. If you have not purchased your tickets, go ahead and purchase your tickets today, because comes next week, the cost will be going up for those tickets. And you want to have, if you're watching our show, you know that what's coming February 22nd, it's going to be impactful and powerful. So you want to have a seat in that theater. So please go ahead and purchase your tickets. I'm going to leave you all this Thursday evening and ask everyone on our platform and everyone who has joined us this evening to go out tomorrow and do one act of kindness to someone that you do not know. Not your friend, not your family member, not your cousin, none of that. I want you to go out and find a stranger and do something kind for a stranger. And with that, you all have a wonderful Thursday evening. Be safe. The weather is bad throughout the US currently, so please be safe. Be careful and have a wonderful rest of the week.
And stay behind the screen for a second.
I'm a boy kid, I'm a boy kid. I'm a boy kid, I'm a boy kid. I wake up in the morning and I praise the Lord. I thank Him for His protection, and I walk in His steps, declaring that today's provision is set up for me. I love God and I love my friends. Yeah, I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid. I'm a bold kid. I put on my armor and I read His word. Blessing come out of my mouth, 'cause I know to whom I belong.